video we are talking about, well, I'm going to show you. It's a Google Slides product creation tutorial. Yes, you asked, you're getting it. and it's a repurposed product from another Google Slides. So old Google Slides making a new Google Slides. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, my name is Lorianne, and if you are new or returning, welcome. Thank you for being here. Here at It's All Primary, we talk about teacher side hustles. And before we get going on to our topic for today, the rain came for 2 days. In fact, it rained for all the morning of Saturday and all the morning for Sunday, and then we are back in our heat waves. It's been crazy. Warm. I've got the fan going, and it is what it is, right? But yeah, we need more rain. The rain's coming. I just believe it. It will, but this is where we live. Pacific Northwest, rain. Anyways, I had a conversation with someone, just a short one this week, about, again, the lack of sales. Two things. First of all, if you are selling boom cards and very discouraged by the lack of sales, I hear you. I've had 4 sales in the last 3.5 weeks, maybe. On the Facebook group for boom sellers, probably the biggest account on Boom Teacher Store, she made a very long, informative statement on the Facebook group. Her sales are down, and she said a lot of things. Like, I'm not going to even try and quote her, but if you're not on that Facebook group and you sell boom cards, get on that Facebook group. We are in such flux right now. There are school districts that are just doing this. Our numbers right now are climbing, and I'm thinking, are we going to go online again? Like, what's going to happen? I really hope we don't. I had enough last year. I'm sure many of you probably had enough last year too. So just wait on sales. Don't worry about it. Keep making products while you wait. The sales will be coming. One of the things I did is I looked at my TPT sales last August to see what days things sold. And things sold, I had a couple sales, remember, at the back to school sale, and then I got nothing until the last week. And I think that first product was the 20th of August. So there was a lot, there was 2 weeks of nothing. Now I've had 2 or 3 sales since the back to school sale. So I think the last one I had was, I don't even know. It was either Saturday. I got a Saturday sale. It was the weirdest thing. I never get sales on Saturdays. But I got a sale on a Saturday, and I might have got a sale Monday, but I can't remember. I heard a cha-ching. I can't remember when it was. But anyways, like I said, 2 or 3 sales since the sale. The boost sale for next week has not been advertised, so don't think it's coming. The boost sale may be in September. Maybe everyone is just waiting for people to get back in. I'm still not back to school for 3 weeks. As of the date of this filming, I have still 3 weeks of holidays. It's been so nice. It's been so nice. It's been wonderful. Sales will come. They may not be last year's sales. It was crazy last year with digital. People panicked and people bought, and we may not see those kind of numbers. We might. We don't know, right? So just be patient, make products. I think that's all I was going to say. Oh, yeah, I think that's all I was going to say. Okay. Today it's about Google Slides, and I showed you during a video, I'll put the card up there. You can watch it at the end when I do this, right? On repurposing content. And my biggest seller at last time of this year and literally into the spring, and it's still in my top 10 products, was a Google Slides addition to 20. I think I showed it to you. Anyways, you're going to see it in a moment. It was very simple. But I sold it for $1, which is what made it take off. This new product is not $1. But what I did was I started with that. So I open up the PowerPoint and I repurposed it. For the most part, the look is the same. I just changed the background a little bit. I changed the manipulatives for counting a bit, but everything really is the same. And I've tweaked the way the questions are worded. That's it. So it's completely repurposed. I was able to create it and upload it all on the same day, and not from morning until evening. It took me I can't even remember. I think it took me about 4.5, 5 hours from creating to uploading. And there was you'll see one of the things that takes time. And I'll talk about how long it took me to move it from JPEGs to the slides. You'll see that in a minute, because I've already filmed it. Actually, I filmed it because I'm going to high tea tomorrow, and normally I would film this either tonight or tomorrow, the tutorial part. But because we're going to tea, I wanted to get everything done. So I did the tutorial while I was making it. And again, it's already uploaded. You can see it. You can watch the preview video, whatever, on my store in my store. So I can go to tea and relax. That's the treat for this week. So, like I said, I'm gonna turn the camera around, and you are going to see. So a product creation, and this is one of the things I was saying, is you can spend hours and hours and hours making products, but if you just look at what you've already sold and what has sold well, because the thing is, it's now been bundled already. I created it, uploaded it, and I bundled it with another addition to 20 bundle that I had going. So it's now getting to be a bigger size bundle. That's what you want. You want the bigger priced products in your store, because that will help you make the bigger money. Too many $3 sales. I did a lot of that. And there was a podcast by the terrific Teacherpreneur, Alexander Baxter. I think, was it posted this week? It might have been. I think it was posted this week. And she talks about the same thing, about making too many small priced resources. Make the bigger ones. See, the reason why I can increase the price of this new product, even though it's smaller in size, is because I'm going for depth, not breadth. And that's what you want. You want to create products that are going to give teachers different ways and perspectives and different skills, even if they're little skills, but just different skills for the kids to work on. Okay? I think that's all I'm going to say. Let's just get this tutorial started, and then I will come back and we'll talk. I created last July or August. This has been my #1 selling product for most of last year, but I want to update it. So I'm going to repurpose it, as I mentioned in a previous video on repurposing. Now, one of the things that the comments that I received from people when they gave reviews is they liked the simplicity of it, and it was very easy to do for all different ages, which is great. So I'm going to keep with the simplicity of it. But what I want to do is I've made a copy. So I'm not completely getting rid of this. And then what I did was I changed the background to apples, and then I changed the little blocks to apples. And so I'll show it to you here. Let me just remove this one. So here is the new one. And what I've done is I've changed the question just a little bit to put some depth into this worksheet, because that's important too. When teachers are looking for worksheets or looking for activities, one and done is not always the one they're looking for. Sometimes they're looking for a little bit more. And so what I did was I looked at the different components of adding to 20 in this one. So instead of just saying find the sum, I kept with 20 of Find the Sum, and then I did Find the Missing Addend, which is also part of the curriculum. Both the first digit and the second digit when adding are called addends. So this one is finding the second addend, and then I made 20 of those, and then I did them again in yellow. So I changed the colors a little bit, makes it easy for the teacher to differentiate between the questions. So I've got finding the missing addend for the first number, finding the missing addend for the second number, and then just finding the sum. Now, this product is done. I've got my copyright in the corner, which is something I wasn't doing at the beginning because I didn't know about that. Put it somewhere where it's not so blatant, right? Keep it small. I changed the color to gray. It's in one of my videos on PowerPoint if you want to find out how to do that. Now what I need to do is I need to export this so that it flattens this, flattens everything on here. So I just go up to, you can't quite see it on this screen, but I'm going to go up to File, Export is right here, and I'm putting it in my external hard drive. I'm going to export to a JPEG, and I'm going to do every slide. And it will create a file folder. So there it says, Addition to 20 Back to School, or I could have called it Addition to 20 Apples or something like that. Now I have that ready to go for Google Slides. So let me open up Google Slides and we'll do the next step. Okay, brand new Google Slide presentation. We're going to name it Addition to 20 Back. Actually, I'm going to call it Finding the Unknown. There you go. I'll get rid of themes there. Get rid of this. I need to do a cover, but I'll worry about that later. In the meantime, let's get to a duplicate slide. Now what I want to do is change the sizing to 4:3. So what I'll just do, just to remind myself, I'll just, oops, cover. What happened there? There you go. All right. Now, if you have watched my very first video on Google Slides, I would just insert the JPEG. However, that gives students the opportunity to move things around. So instead, I need to go to background, and I'm now going to find this, slides. Gotta go to I am enabled to upload all 60 slides together at one time. However, there is a add-on. If I go up here, get add-on, and if I search, what's it called? Slides tool, Slides Toolbox, there it is. This app lets you upload multiple things, shuffle as far as I know, but let me just click on here. There is a reason why I have not installed it, and I'll show you in just a second here. This is why I will not install this app. It says right here, I'm allowing Slides Toolbox to see, edit, create, and delete all of your Google Drive files. See, edit, create, and delete all your Google Slide presentations. See, edit, create, and delete all your Google Docs documents. Why? Why? I don't get that. Why would they want to do that? I don't get that. So this is why I have not installed this. I know some teachers swear by this. They love this toolbox, this tool app, but this makes me very uncomfortable. And so I am going to do it the long way. If you want to install this app, you do you, okay? But in the meantime, I'm going to do it one at a time. Let me just get out of here, but that is where you can find that app. What I need to do here is install a text box. and I like to have it all preset, so I think it's 80. And then the student, and I can change the font if I want to. ABZ. And I just double check that it's, and I can actually center that as well. Go up to here, just click center. There. Whoops, now I can erase that. Now when I duplicate the slide, the box automatically comes over, but I need to change the background to slide number 2. So this takes a little while, but this is how I do things. Again, if you're more comfortable with uploading the app, go ahead and do it. No judgment from me. I'm not going to have you watch through all 60 of these. That just takes way too much time, and I respect your time. I'm going to turn off the video at this point, and I will come back on when I get closer to the end because some of the slides require more stuff, so I will show you that. Okay. One of the things I need to also show you is I'm giving a drop and drag feature of it, make it available for students or teachers. And so in the previous ones, I've got these little apples that you can drag if they need to. So for example, I'm now changing colors. So these are no good. These are all red. Actually, I can just replace image with yellow. Okay, so what I do is I just match up the size. And then make copies to make sure, and I usually do anywhere from 1 or 2 over the actual number needed because I always like to leave some there. So here I'll need 7, so I'll make 8. And then just put them all on top of each other. And then I just put this little word, arrange it to the top. Now when I duplicate, all those apples are going to be there, and I just got to remember that I've only got 8 there, so there's going to be times when I'm going to need to put more on there. But as I do the next slides, so I've got 20 more to upload. Okay, all 60 are there. I did not share with you one of the things that I also needed to do is when I changed the boxes, I needed to move the boxes, right? That needed to be done too. So just so you get an idea of how long that took to upload all 60 of them, to add the apples, to add the boxes. Most of the time I could just duplicate the apples and the boxes, but I still had to make stops along the way. Less than 1 hour. So just to give you an idea how long all that takes. If you're thinking it takes forever, it doesn't. Mind you, I've done this a while, but the more you do these, the faster you get. But like I said, that just took me 1 hour. Okay, I've just lost some footage. There will be some gaps in this tutorial, but what I did after I just did the previous thing is I go to where I can see all of them and I shuffle them. As you can see over on the side here, they are already shuffled, but that's what I did. And then after I shuffled them, I need to make the congratulations at the end and the cover at the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these, play them a little bit, make sure that the boxes all have the square properly on them. Okay, so you can see that they're in the right spot within reason. And I'm going to take some photos. I'm going to take some thumbnails and do a little bit of videoing so I can use that for thumbnails, cover, and possibly my video preview. So let's just test them, and then we will move on to Canva. So as I was working on these, I realized I don't like the drag me on the apple, and some of the boxes were shifted, so I needed to take care of those. But we are almost done this part anyways, and taken a couple screenshots. I've taken extra little videos. Make a video while I'm talking here and just clip it out. Clip out the sound. We are back in this PowerPoint because I'm going to start making the slides for the hooray and the instruction in this deck. I learned something during the TPT conference with PowerPoint, and one of them is you can take an individual slide from one deck and bring it over to, or not deck, from a PowerPoint slide from one PowerPoint to another PowerPoint. I learned that from Chandra. She did a PowerPoint workshop. I can't remember her last name. Anyways, I've used it now a few times. So what you're going to do is you're going to go up and it says reuse slides. And I got to find it. And I can't remember what it's called. It's a telling time one. Telling time. Now, one of the things when trying to reuse a slide, it tends to right now bring over the entire PowerPoint. So I got a couple PowerPoints down here. And this is what I want, but I don't want all of them. But when I click OK, it brings all of them over. So now I got to go into there and get rid of. Actually, oh, I have a self-evaluation. Maybe these are the 4 I want. These ones right here. Maybe what I should do is put a template for them. So I'm going to get rid of all of these ones. So let's put these. There we go. So those are the 4 that I want. Mind you, it didn't need to be in order here, but anyways. So what I need to do is change the title, addition to 20, finding the unknown. Let's move it so it looks like it's on lines. And then I'll take one of my little screenshots and put it there. Whoops, let's get rid of that one. I got screenshots on here somewhere. There's one. So I'll take this one, drag it on. I don't need it that big. Oh, it's got the answer. I don't need what? Do I want to do that? What I will do, just draw a box just on top of it. There we go. Something like that. And then the last one is a self-evaluation. Do I need a self-evaluation? I don't know. Maybe I don't. I think I'll get rid of it. Okay, that's done. Cover is done. I don't even know if I need this. No, I don't think I need this either. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn these into JPEGs and then bring them over to the Google Slides. To cover there, JPEG, current slide only, and then I'll do final slide, export, final slide, downloads, JPEG, current slide. There we go. Okay, so now those 2 are done. Let's go back to the Google Slides and So I'm not going to do that one. Delete that one. And we're going to do this one. We're going to do background, choose, peg. So it's called edition cover. There it is. Done. So that's there. I can get rid of that word. And I can put a text box on the front where the name goes. There we go. And then at the end, background. Almost done, almost done. Final slide. There we go. All right. So the actual product is done. Yay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the code so that I can put it into a PDF, and then I can upload this straight onto Teachers Pay Teachers. Housekeeping admin type activities you need to do is you need to create a PDF that will have your Google link on it, and then a page for your credits and terms of use, things like that. So I've got that done. Make sure when you are giving a link to your Google Slides, don't give your buyers editing privileges, give them viewing privileges only, and tell them that they need to make a copy. But anyways, everything is all done here. Links are in everywhere here. I'm using Flatpack to not flatten the links. And then I just create a PDF. So I will do addition to 20, finding the unknown PDF, I usually say. All right, and then that's done. Like I said, just make a note telling people to put your link down here. When you share the link in your, here, I'll show you. Let me get out of here. When you are in your Google Slides, you go over here to share. And when you get the link here, make sure it says view and not edit, so that the buyer can't turn around and change your document. Okay, so you just click where it says change, and then you can make the change. And you have the choice of editing, commenting, viewing. So just put it to view, and then copy that link, and then put it into your PDF. Now we are almost done. The last thing I need to do is a proper cover and thumbnails for TPT, and then I can upload this baby. So I can close this now. I don't need that anymore. And let's go to Canva, because that's where I like to do my covers. Whoops, started creating and realized the video was not on. But I just took a previous template and I'm just filling in various information. So I've just done the top cover, and then I'll do some thumbnails. So again, I'm just pulling out things. You can change the line height, which I really like doing in Canva. Okay, so that's thumbnail number 2, or sorry, thumbnail number 1. Google Slides, you'll get a link. I'm going to copy the slides. I'll put the other picture in here. And then I do not have audio instructions, but I also have a student answer sheet provided. So I'm going to get rid of that. And I need to find my student answer sheets. Get rid of that. And let's drag that. Gotta find it on my desktop. Screenshots. Okay, so there is a student answer sheet. And actually, I'm going to put a background on here. One of these days, I'll organize this. Okay, so I think that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, there are my thumbnails and my cover. That's it. Okay, now all I need to do is I got to make a video, preview video, and then I can upload. All right, so I'll leave it at that. You know how to do probably the rest of it. And there is another video already showing you how to do preview videos and uploading to TPT. Okay, like I said, it didn't take long. I mean, from beginning to end. I don't know how long it takes you to make something and get it uploaded. I find uploading, the moment I have everything in place, still takes me about an hour, 40 minutes to an hour. It's just one of these things. I don't know if there's a faster way. That's one reason why I like boom cards, because you can just make a cover, you're done. You don't have to make a PDF, you don't have to make thumbnails, you don't have to make a video preview, right? I love the ease of boom. I know easel's hopefully supposed to move that way, but right now it's not that way yet. So anyways, next video. Okay. Thank you, those of you who have applied for a TPT audit, store audit. When I first opened up the document, I saw nobody, and I went, oh, no one applied. Oh, well, okay. And then I realized I hit the wrong button. So clicked on the right button, and I went like, whoa, okay, we got names. So tonight, I'm going to be watching some tennis. I love watching tennis in the summer. I'm going to look through the names. I'm going to sort them based on how many years you've had the store, and I'm hoping to post in the community tab on YouTube the people that I will audit, and then I will email you. Okay, it's crazy, but anyways, thank you. I'm thrilled that you want to get your store audited. Okay, so that. And I don't know if that video will be ready. Don't think that will be ready in time for Tuesday. So in the meantime, I did have an idea for Tuesday. What was it? I can't remember. Also, we are days away from being monetized on this channel. I am like, I've been watching it every single day going, how close are we? How close? We are close. You need to have 4,000 viewing hours. This morning, depending on, there's 2 different places on YouTube to look for your analytics. One of them said 3,901, and the other one said 3,945. And so this channel averages between 20 and 50 hours of viewing a day. Thank you. Wow. So we might be monetized when this video gets uploaded. I again will post something on the community, because it's so surreal, because I've been at this almost 2, it'll be 2 years mid-September, and I still enjoy it. I love, and I don't mind doing, people say, I don't know how you can get 2 videos done. A lot of times it's just me sitting down and filming it. I've got the ideas, and you have been providing so many great ideas for videos that I do them because this channel is for you. But monetization is happening, and then the next goal is 10,000 subscribers. We're doing it. But anyways, I had another idea for video. There was also another product creation. I can do a product creation. I might do I know what I was thinking of doing. I was thinking of doing another PowerPoint update video. Just some little tips and tricks that I've learned in PowerPoint. Some of them I got from Chandra, who spoke at the TPT conference. She was excellent. She was really good. Now, her PowerPoint and my PowerPoint look totally different. So some of the things that she can do, I can't do. So I was going to talk to her about that. Because I don't know, I don't know if it's American Canadian or, education version, business version. Like, I don't know. But I've seen people's videos on PowerPoint, and I'm like, I can't even do that. I don't even have that key. I don't even know, it's not even showing. So anyways, yeah, to let me know if you watch PowerPoint videos and see that the screen is completely different. I mean, I don't know if it's, I feel like it's just me, but let me know down below. Also, if you've got any other ideas for videos, I will be doing, like I said, store audit will probably be the following Saturday, because it will take me time to go through them. Helps being on holidays, but I have this game plan still to get a certain amount of things uploaded before school starts. 3 weeks. I can't believe it's still 3 weeks. I am going into the school earlier though. I'm going into the school on the 20th just to look. Just to look. I want to see what the room looks like. I don't know if I'm going into a full room or an empty room. Right? I'm hoping it's empty, but at the same time, I'm okay if it's full. Right? That means I just don't move the furniture. I just move everything else. And we'll see. We'll see. Okay, in the meantime, wherever you are in the world, I hope you and your family are staying safe, being healthy, taking care of one another, love one another, and we'll catch you in the next videos. See ya.